What do you think of that? Isn't that a handy little bushcraft knife? Well, you know what that was? That started life as a kitchen knife. And I bought it for 25 cents at a yard sale. And I just cut away everything that didn't look like a bushcraft knife. And I'm going to do the same thing to that. And I'm going to show you how I did it. And then we'll come make a sheath out of this really cool deer hide that somebody gave me. Let's get started. Well, I had originally drawn this out. Oh, how far is that? How big is that? I don't have a tape measure handy. I think I want to make this a little bit bigger. I think I want to come out a little bit further. Like, it's hard to do with one hand. Well, I'm going to cut it like that, and if I don't like it, I'll cut it to the other one. So here's what I'm cutting it with. This is a cutting disc that goes into my Dremel. And what I have is this old, it's not even a Dremel, it's made by Craftsman, with a little pencil, what do they call this? A pencil something, I forget what they call it. Anyway, it fits in here. It works just like a Dremel. Let me get this set up and I'll start cutting. Well, there's the beginning. Now I'm going to take it over to my grinder and shape it up some. That is some thick stainless steel, let me tell you. I don't know what grade it is, but golly. All right, let me get to the grinder here and shape it up some. That's going to take a lot of work. There's some thick steel. And I got a lot of work to get that down to a nice thin edge. In the meantime, this is Chicago Cutlery 42S. I'm going to see what kind of steel that is, but that's the beginning. I am going to come back with my grinder and grind a little finger notch in here. This is really sharp right here, so I'm going to ground a semicircle in there so your finger will fit up in there, and maybe I'll cut some what do they call them things? They're notches, they're teeth, but they got a name for them. I'm just not up on the knife terminology. I do know what profiling is, though, and I have profiled the knife. I'm going to use that a lot because I know what that means. All right, that's all for today. See you tomorrow. All right, there's the basic knife. And I'm going to do some hand sanding on that handle. And then I'm going to put, I'm just going to put polyurethane right over that. Just one coat. And then when it dries, I'll take it into the house, and it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm going to put a really nice edge on that. And I think this is 440 stainless. I can't find any definitive data telling me that, but I saw 440 stainless mentioned a couple times on a couple of websites that chefs and people who cook go to. So I'm going to go with that. I know it is stainless, and it's going to take a lot of work to sharpen it, but that's the basic edge. That's as close as I want to take it down with the sander, otherwise I'll warp it. Now I'm going to put it on a stone. Alright, I'm going to hit that with a little sandpaper and put a coat of poly on it. Alright, I've got a coat of poly on it. Now, it's going to take a whole lot of rubbing, but I got to put an edge on that. Kind of like it. It's really hard steel, so it's going to take a whole lot of rubbing on that stone. But let me get after it. See you in a bit. Okay, I got the sheath cut out. Got the loop made. Now I'm stringing it up with some rawhide. Does anybody know what kind of skin that is? I do not have a clue. Please don't tell me that's horsehide. I don't even remember where oh, I know who gave this to me. Yeah, somebody gave this to me and a whole bunch of sinew. Okay, let me finish stringing this up. There we go. Not as good as that one, but pretty good for just some scraps I had laying around. I was lucky to find this. And I have one more piece of leather that I might be able to make a sheath for that one. Thanks for watching.